Yeah, okay. It's another Bible reading today. Let me turn to Samuel real quick. So today we got 1 Samuel, I believe 9 through something. Hold on. Let me turn to Samuel. Yeah, 1 Samuel 9 through, let's go to 18, because we're just reading every passage. So, like, first we read, well, if it's a really short passage, then I'm going to read the next passage after it. Like, this is a really short passage. Like, Elkanah's family, this is a short passage, so I just moved on to the next one. Yesterday, I just moved on to the next one because it was a really short passage, this one. So I just read these two passages, but if it's a long enough passage, I'll just read the one passage. So, today we're going to be reading Hannah's prayer and vow. Yesterday was about, like, Hannah. Hannah is one of, what is the guy? Yeah, Elkanah. There's a guy named Elkanah. One of his wives' name is Hannah. But Hannah is jealous of Elkanah's other wife named Penina, right here. Named Penina. She's jealous of his other wife, Penina, because Penina was able to have... Yeah, Penina had children. See, Penina had 10 Penina had 10 children. Penina had children, but Hannah had no children. And Hannah was like, dang, I really want some I kind of want some kids, but I don't, but God was like holding her back from having kids or something. Or something. But, and then so she prayed to God like, Lord, I want a son or something. And yeah, so basically, well, not just that, but it was like another thing is like Elkanah expected more from Hannah, but in verse 8, Elkanah is like, Hannah is crying. Like, so here's Elkanah saying, Elkanah saying to Hannah, why do you weep, and why have you not eaten, and why is your heart grieved? And am I not better to you than 10 sons? And so yeah, he expects, he says, am I not better to you than 10 sons? He's expecting more from Hannah than this, because, well, not just that, but also he's just wondering why Hannah is crying, you know? And so he expects Hannah to, like, acknowledge him, I guess. Yeah, I suck at finding terms for things, but I guess acknowledge can be the right word. He's expecting Hannah to acknowledge him more than she is. And so now, but Hannah is crying and not eating because Elkanah's, I think she's like jealous or something of Penina, of the other wife. And I think she also just doesn't really feel that loved by Elkanah. So in verse 9 it says, so Hannah rose up after they had eaten in Shiloh, and after they had drunk. Now Eli the priest sat upon a seat by a post of the temple of the Lord, and she was in bitterness of soul, and prayed to the Lord, and wept sore. And she vowed a vow, and said, O Lord of hosts, if you will indeed look on the affliction of the handmaid, and remember me, and not forget the handmaid, but will give to the handmaid a man-child. So you give to the handmaid a man-child. So yes, here she's asking God, will you give me a son? She's asking God if she can have a son. And then she's offering something else so she can have a son. She's saying, then I will give him to the Lord all the days of his life, and there shall no razor come upon his head. And it came to pass, as she continued to continued praying before the Lord, that Eli marked her mouth. Now Hannah, she spoke. She spoke in her heart, only her lips moved, but her voice was not heard. Therefore Eli thought she had been drunken. So look, hold on. And then it says, then I will give to the Lord all the days of his life. I will give him to the Lord all the days of his life. So she's saying, when and if she has a son, she's gonna give him to the Lord. She's gonna offer her son to the Lord. Or in other words, it will be her child, but she's gonna give it to God. God is gonna own Samuel. See, Samuel, that's actually the name of the book, Samuel. And yeah, so God is going to be, instead of Hannah is saying, instead of me owning my son, Lord, I'm gonna give my son to you and you can own him. And then so it came to pass as she continued praying before the Lord that Eli marked her mouth. Now Hannah, she spoke in her heart. Okay, I'm gonna move to 14. And Eli said to her, how long will you be drunken? Put away the wine from you. And Hannah answered and said, No, my Lord. So Hannah is talking to Eli, which is like a king. I think so. Yeah, because Eli is like, well, I think we're like related to Elkanah or something. Elkanah, Hannah's husband. So Eli is like, so Eli was thinking that Hannah was like drunk or something. So he says, and Eli said to her, how long will you be drunk, and put away the wine from you? And Hannah answered and said, No, my Lord, I am a woman of a sorrowful spirit. I have drunk neither wine nor strong drink, but I have poured out my soul before the Lord. Count not the handmaid for a daughter of Belial, or I don't know, however you pronounce that. And then for out of the abundance of my complaint and grief have I spoken hitherto. And Eli answered and said, Go in peace, and the God of Israel grant you the petition that you have asked him. And the God of Israel grant you the petition that you have asked of him. And she said, Let the handmaid find grace in the sight. So the woman went her way and did eat, and her countenance was no more sad. Now Eli was now allowing. So at first Eli was like oppressing Hannah for like praying or whatever, and then now Eli is letting Hannah go. Like he says, and Eli answered and said, Go in peace, and the God of Israel grant you the petition that you have asked of him. So Eli is talking the petition. Eli is talking about like when Hannah was praying, because Eli heard Hannah praying to God about that, about like asking for a son. So Eli was letting Hannah go. So and then it says, And the God of Israel grant you the petition that you have asked of him. And she said, Let the handmaid find grace in your sight. So the woman went her way and did eat. And so in this one, it's in this verse 8, it says, remember she's crying and she's starving. But then now in verse 18, it says, and she did eat, and her countenance was no more sad. So she was not sad. She ate now. She's fulfilled with food. And I'm gonna read this too. So Samuel's birth. This is Hannah giving birth. So it says, and they rose up in the morning early, and worshipped before the Lord, and returning came to their house to Ramah, and Elkanah knew Hannah his wife, and the Lord remembered her. Wherefore it came to pass, when the time was come about after Hannah had conceived, that she bare a son, and called his name Samuel, saying, Because I have asked him of the Lord. And the man Elkanah and all his house went up to offer to the Lord to the Lord the yearly sacrifice and his vow. But Hannah went not up, for she said to her husband, I will not go up till the child be weaned, and then I will bring him, that he may appear before the Lord, and there abide forever. And Elkanah her husband said to her, do what seems good to you, or whatever. Yeah, what seems good to you, and tarry until you have weaned him, until the Lord establish his word. So the woman abode and gave her son suck until she. Okay. So let me try to analyze these verses here. So yeah, and they rose up in the morning. So yeah, obviously he's giving birth, and so Elkanah, Hannah's husband. So after the birth of Samuel, Elkanah went up. He went to offer a sacrifice to the Lord, but Hannah could have gone, but she didn't go. And so she said to Elkanah, I will not go up till the child be weaned, and then I will bring him, that he may appear before the Lord, and there abide forever. So I don't know what she means by weaned or whatever. I guess like circumcised or something, I guess, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, Hannah got what she asked for. And yeah. I think I'll see you. But yeah. Hannah prayed to God, and then she got what she wanted. So, and Eli said to her, how long will you be drunk and put away? And Hannah answered and said, I am a woman in sorrowful spirit. I have drunk neither wine nor strong drink, but have poured out my soul before the Lord. So yeah, she's praying to the Lord. She is giving her soul to the Lord. She's given up to have the Lord, and she's offering her own son to the Lord. So that's how you give up your soul to the Lord. You offer your own soul. Man, people in the Bible are freaking brave, bro. Like, remember Abraham and Isaac up on that mountain? When, when God told Abraham to sacrifice Isaac or something? I mean, man, these people have a lot of faith. They got their faith in God. But yeah, yeah, guys, I'm gonna go now. But I will see y'all in the next one. Have a good one.